Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna teach you how I make my animations. So first you gotta get your parts. I'm not gonna draw anything too serious. I'm just gonna draw whatever this is. I'll make a red. And before you say, "Oh my goodness, that's cool, kid." No, this is just a red dude I just made. The body. Yep, he looks a bit messy, but that I don't care because this is just an animation to teach you guys. Now, if you want to do it the simple way, you can press this three dots here on the layers, and then press save layer as transparent PNG, and then do it to all the layers. Then you're gonna switch to alight motion. And no, I am not gonna show you my projects. I'm not gonna go to. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can like scale this. I recommend that if you have if you have like big fingers and you can't control the stuff when it's small screen. And then we're going to add the layers. The layers. There we go. You can extend it if you want for longer animation. We're gonna do head bobbing. So for head bobbing, you gotta add this button right here. This is where you add the keyframes. Do it from the start to the end if you want it to be full animation. Then just go. So I don't know, but don't move the head on the screen. You gotta do it here where to make it actually move. It says swipe here to move layer, and it will move it like that. And then it'll look like this. Very choppy. It's not really looping. So you gotta press the graphs over here, then press the second one. You would get a notification where it say you have to get pro, but or like whatever. But I have that. So, but you can like screen record your videos when they're done. But I just export it, or for you, you can use ads. But my iPad doesn't allow like ads for some reason. Then you'll go to the graph, the third graph, I don't know how to pronounce that. Then it would end up like this. It looks pretty good, but if you want it to be more cool, you could speed it up like this. Like match the beat, but there's no music on here, so we can just do it like that. And if you want to make it less smoother or whatever, you can press this. You can move this on the top. Not this though, no, not that. This. You would, you can do this, blah, blah, blah. This is what it looks like when it's on max. It's pretty cool. But if you want it just a little bit, you can do that, and it'll end up with this. Now for the body. Wait, before I do the body, just for something extra, make sure you have a pivot point before you do this, because if you don't have a pivot point, it would look pretty garbage. Then you will go to the rotating, and you will do the same thing as the movement, and then just move it like that. And it will rotate, but since it won't match, if you do this, you will have to go back to the head movements or the head whatever, and you'll press the three dots, copy curve. That would copy the curve, whatever and then you will go to graphs, Then you'll paste the curve. Then it would end up like this. Pretty cool, right? Just to make it a bit different so it doesn't look like just plain, you can make it smoother. So look at that. All right, now onto the body. For your pivot point, you're going to put it on the bottom, just in case you want to do other stuff. But this one, it doesn't include any movement or rotation. Those are optional, though. You can go to Add Effect and search up Scale Assist. You would have the Scale Assist as an effect. Then you'll press this right over here. You see where it's lighting up? You press it for that to activate. Then you do the keyframe thing again, like I told you at the start. And then you move the scale, as much you want to, and then paste the curve again. There you go. You have your bouncy animation. And there you go. Now, I might show you some other stuff. This is just the first part of my animation tutorial. So, I'm gonna do the second part you can do. Now, for the second part, this might be a little harder since it includes more, complicated stuff. So, make sure you have 2 parts as your basic, if you want it to be like normal, I don't know how to explain it, but extend it if you like, whatever, you extend it where the music ends, I don't know. And then you're gonna start with the head again, do the pivot point thing again, you gotta use the pivot point. And also, if you didn't know, if you wanted to do the pivot point, you would have to click the moving thing. And then it would activate and you could move the pivot point anywhere. And then we are going to do the same keyframe thing, blah, blah, blah. And move it down. Then you're going to go back here. You're going to keep this. You're going to stay like that. Then you'll see this right over here. This, you have to put it all the way down. Then it would do this. That's pretty cool. It's bouncing to the animation. It was like, it's bouncing animation, bounce back, whatever. And then we're going to go to the rotating thing, the rotate button. Do the keyframe thing, blah, 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 blah. Then on the first keyframe, you can move it like that or this. That doesn't matter. I'm going to start like this. And then for the second one, I'm going to do it like this. And then for this, you're going to do the third keyframe and move it to where you like it. Oh, hate comments, blah, 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 blah. I love hate comments. This is so awesome. Blah, yeah. And you got to move it where it looks most beautiful. What if I do this? It looks pretty weird. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. And, a battery. And, yeah, it's like that. Now for the body. You're gonna put it way down the bottom for better movement. Then you're gonna go to the movement thing all the way down here. And you're gonna press the keyframe to keyframe, going blah, blah, blah. And match it. Wait. You're gonna do the... Dang, they keep commenting. They be in, they're crashing out or whatever. they think I might stop, but I wouldn't stop. So copy the curve again, and then you're gonna go to the bottom and paste. Yep, that looks correct. I was thinking there'll be more complicated things, but this is what you could do for it to be better. But it would be harder if you had a face. Like if the face was like a different layer, if like there were separated layers. But since this is just two parts, it would be easy. So yeah. And if you want to, you could add some hands or whatever, blah blah blah. I'm not wasting my time drawing those. And yeah, that's my tutorial on the animations. Um, I might make a part two about other stuff I can do, but this is just the basics. So, bye!